Greetings. You don't need to know who I am, but you do need to know this. Transgender, transsexual? What is it? And what does it mean? Well, Google says it is denoting or relating to a person's gender identity that does not correspond with the sex registered to them at birth. But we keep hearing about these people in the news or online that trans women are sexual predators who want to rape women in the women's bathroom, or that trans men are just confused girls that are brainwashed by this woke virus or the trans agenda. So what is transgender? And why are they here? And why are you at the top of that hill? Well, that's what we're here to find out today. So join me on my journey of discovery.
Action! Action!
Yep. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so I don't actually know any trans people personally, so how am I gonna find them to interview them? Okay, so apparently trans people really like this shark plushie from IKEA called a blahaj. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but... Oh my god, I got one! I actually got one! Okay, I'll meet you back at my place after this well-edited cut. Hello! So, we have Teddy. Welcome. Nice to see you. And we have Sam now. Welcome, Sam.
Thank you.
Hello, Ray. Welcome.
Hello.
I'm glad you could join us today for this amazing occasion called interviewing.
Didn't sound like much of a choice, but thank you.
So, why are you trans? Is it because of this woke virus or the trans agenda brainwashed you?
It wasn't much of a choice, to be fair. I was just born that way.
Born in that way? What do you mean?
The same way you were born in this, like, non-trans way.
Huh. Interesting. I guess I never really thought of it that way.
My mind is different from my body. It's like a mismatched puzzle piece. You have the mind of a girl and your body matches that. And for me, it's the mind of a dude but the body of a girl. It creates this mismatch. Like, you don't need to fix it, but it's better to fix it because you feel more comfortable.
Is there like a word describing this whole thing?
The negative feelings that come from this mismatch is called dysphoria. It's used to describe when someone feels negatively about the gender.
Why are you trans?
No, I just kind of am.
But why?
Why am I here right now?
Because I kidnapped you?
I didn't have much of a choice.
Well, I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to know if trans people are good or not.
Yes.
What does MTF stand for? Motherfucker?
Close enough. It stands for male to female. Basically, someone who was born as a male and is transitioning to a female.
So what's the opposite of that?
FTM, female to male.
Are there any other trans terminologies, slurs, or other stuff that I should know of?
There's T for T, which is for trans people who are dating other trans people and prefer dating other trans people. Or there's like the term chasers, which is for the bad people who are sexualizing trans people just because they are trans.
Give me some trans terminologies that I should know of.
A transgender is a person.
How did you find out that you were trans in the first place?
It was a long process, but there were many signs when I was a kid, and I was like all the time thinking like, what if I was a female? Is there like a way to actually become a female? It might like be more comfortable. Then I found out that that actually exists. So I started researching it, then went to a doctor about it because I decided that he knows what this is about and he will decide. But then I kind of found out that I actually want to be like a woman, So I started going through all the steps to become a woman.
So this isn't a choice for you then?
No, but I've met many great people thanks to it, so I don't think I regret it.
After I like found out what it was, I just kind of knew that I was trans. Saw some memes and some posts of other people and other people's experiences that I just found relatable.
Relatable how? Like, why weren't you comfortable in your body before? Why couldn't you just be a woman?
Why aren't you a man?
Because I'm not a man?
And I am a man.
Oh, so what is it like for you to be transgender?
It's funky.
It is a little uncomfortable at times, because you suddenly, like, your own body is against, like, you being yourself. But if you try to be yourself, like, every single person will stare at you, and sometimes they can be mean to you.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I could probably imagine why they're so mean to you. It's because, well, I mean, everyone keeps saying that you guys are like, you know, you're sexual predators. You want to, like, rape us women in the women's bathroom and stuff like that. Like, is that true?
To be fair, if you find a trans woman in the woman's bathroom, you're very lucky, and she is probably kind of uncomfortable being there, so she wouldn't do anything that the woman wouldn't do.
Can you tell me what this word cis or cisgender means? Some people are saying it's a very rude word, like, you shouldn't be calling them that because it's rude, it's a made-up word.
No, it's something like that. It's just simply the opposite of transgender. So it's someone who doesn't experience dysphoria and just born in the right body.
Can you tell me about this whole transitioning stuff? Like, how? Why?
You go to a doctor that you're not even supposed to go to, because sexologists are people that are supposed to treat pedophiles, not transgender people.
Really? Are you guys pedophiles? No.
That sexologist sends you to more doctors, and those doctors just test you for stuff like your IQ.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's a very good question.
Do people treat you differently ever since you became trans?
Sometimes they do, but I would prefer if they wouldn't just treat me like my old self, but don't connect me
I mean,
with my old
well,
self.
how do they treat you? Badly? Good?
Most of them good, but they are, like, more careful, like, around me.
What about the bad ones?
The bad ones, they just don't care, and sometimes some slurs come up just because I'm different.
With strangers, you often don't really know if someone is or isn't transgender, so it's not really that different. With people close to you, that's where it can be a much more drastic change. Someone might feel sad that you're not a girl anymore, or they might treat you the same way because it doesn't matter to them.
What's your relationship with, like, friends or family?
My friends, I basically don't have any friends that wouldn't accept me the way I am, because if they would, like, why would I be friends with them? And my family is just, I try to not talk to them as much as possible because they don't respect me at all.
What do your family do to you?
They misgender me, deadname me, and it's not a very comfortable environment that I live in.
And so this makes you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay. You know, going on my journey of discovery, I wasn't quite sure what I'd find, but definitely not this. Transgender people are, surprisingly enough, just normal people. Like you, like me, like everybody else. But, of course, if you already know a trans person in your life, then you'd know that they're not a rapist, or confused, or brainwashed, or whatever. But a lot of people in this world don't. And so, they just assume the worst, and a lot of trans people get hurt, or even killed, because of it. Brianna Gay, transgender woman, 16 years old, murder. Next Benedict, transmasculine non-binary, 17 years old, suicide due to bullying and harassment. Dim Doe, transgender woman, murder. Alex Franco, transgender man, 21 years old, murder. Chevy Hill, transgender man, 35 years old, murder. Andrea Doria, transgender woman, 37 years old, murder. River Nevea Goddard, non-binary, 17 years old, murder. T. Arnold, transgender man, murder. Africa Padilla Garcia, transgender woman, 25 years old, murder. Reina Hernandez, transgender woman, murder. Ashia Davis, transgender woman, 18 years old, murder. James Moen, transgender man, 23 years old, murder. Kita B, transgender woman, 46 years old, hit and run. Star Brown, transgender woman, 28 years old, murder. Yeah. Thanks for watching.